10 animals who saved human life. We're all familiar with heartwarming stories of humans stepping in to help save animals, whether that's helping a dog stuck in highway traffic or even reaching into a shark's mouth to remove hooks. We can see when an animal is hurt or struggling, and we have an intrinsic desire to help them. Non-human animals can exhibit such behavior as well. Sometimes these animals help each other, such as this sweet piglet helping his feline friend during a tough time, and sometimes these animals help us. These 10 stories recount times when animals displayed compassionate, helpful behavior towards humans. Let's take a look at some heart-wrenching moments in which wild animals and beasts saves human life. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Sasha the Pitbull saves family from a fire. After a fire broke out in this California family's apartment, Sasha the Pitbull alerted them by repeatedly barking until the mother of the house, nanachai, awoke. Not only that, but Sasha worked on saving nanachai's baby by carrying her off the bed. Sasha's heroism was also demonstrated by Baby, a 10-year-old pit bull who saved his family from a fire twice. Too often, pit bulls get a bad rap for being aggressive, but historically, they were known for being nanny dogs because of their gentleness around children. Pit bulls like Sasha and Baby show how loyal and brave these dogs can be. Number 9. Lions save girl from kidnappers. It was June in Ethiopia, and a 12-year-old girl was walking home from school when she was attacked and kidnapped by 4 men. They likely intended to sell her into a forced marriage. A week later, the police in pursuit. The kidnappers were attempting to move her to a new location when a pride of lions heard her plaintive cries and rushed in. These 3 lions chased off the men and sat quietly with the girl until the police arrived, then disappeared back into the brush. They stood guard until we found her, and then they just left her like a gift and went back into the forest, said Sergeant Wanmu Wadaj. She told the authorities that while her kidnappers had beaten her, the animals had never threatened her. Number 8. Pig saves woman having a heart attack. When Joanne Altsman suffered a heart attack, help came just in time in the form of a pot-bellied pig. Altman's husband was away when she collapsed on the floor, so her quick-thinking pig, Lulu, figured out how to get help. Lulu squeezed her 150-pound body through the dog door, cutting her stomach as she shoved herself through. She somehow opened the fence gate, walked into the road, and lay down in the middle of traffic. Finally, a good Samaritan stopped to check on her. She quickly led him back to Altsman, and he called for help. Doctors who performed Altsman's open-heart surgery told her that she wouldn't have lived another 15 minutes. The family no longer eats pigs. Number 7. Sea lion saves man from drowning. Back in 2000, Kevin Hines decided he'd had enough of life. He was suffering from bipolar disorder and depression and chose to commit suicide by drowning. His location of choice was the famous Golden Gate Bridge of San Francisco. However, he did not drown as expected because a sea lion kept him above the water. Hines initially thought the sea lion was a shark. This freaked him out. While he planned to commit suicide, that didn't include being killed by a shark. However, he soon realized that his unexpected companion was a sea lion. The sea lion kept bumping into him to keep him above the water and remained with him until a Coast Guard rescue boat arrived. Besides keeping Hines afloat, the sea lion also helped the rescuers to find him easily. If the sea lion hadn't kept him above water, the Coast Guard would have spent a much longer time searching for Kevin's corpse underwater. Number 6. Dolphins save lifeguards from shark. On October 20, 2004, lifeguard Rob Howes and 3 teenage lifeguards, including his daughter, were swimming at Ocean Beach near Whangarei, New Zealand, when they were suddenly surrounded by 7 bottlenose dolphins. The dolphins started circling around them, keeping them together. Howes and one of the swimmers drifted away from the rest, but a dolphin followed them and dived under the water around them. Howes went underwater to see what the dolphin was doing and found a great white shark swimming around him. That was the moment he realized what was happening. The dolphins were protecting them from the shark. Howes never told the teenage lifeguards there was a shark in the water because he did not want to startle them. Another lifeguard, Matt Fleet, witnessed the incident from shore and took a boat to see what was happening. He saw the shark too. The dolphins continued circling the lifeguards for 40 minutes until the shark left. Dr. Rochelle Constantine of Auckland University School of Biological Sciences said the incident was not unheard of, though it was rare. Dolphins have been observed protecting other animals from sharks. In New Zealand's waters, sharks aren't usually a major threat to bottlenose dolphins, though they will attack a shark if they feel they're in danger. Number 5. Cat. Rusty saves woman from heart attack. Even though Claire Nelson wasn't feeling her best, she went about her morning as usual. That is, until her adopted cat Rusty started acting strangely. He kept jumping on her and pawing at her chest and legs while yowling. Finally, she decided to take the bus to the doctor's office. When at the bus stop, she had a heart attack. She believes Rusty knew something was very wrong with her and was trying to alert her. She claims that the best thing she ever did was adopt Rusty. I thought I was saving his life. It turned out he saved mine. Animals don't get enough credit for how intelligent, perceptive, and caring they can be. Unfortunately, animals are often seen as commodities or pets. However, these stories demonstrate that animals are complex beings that can display altruistic behavior. Animals help humans in so many ways, so let's return the kindness by always treating animals with respect. Number 4. Orion the dog. Orion was a dog that rescued 37 people during the Vargas tragedy, a disaster that occurred in Venezuela on December 15 and 16, 1999, when torrential rains and flash floods killed thousands of people. Orion saved an 8-year-old girl who was dragged by the turbulent waters that brought logs and stones. When he opened his mouth to grab her, people thought he would bite her badly, but instead, he took her gently and carried her to the shore. He jumped again and rescued a 14-year-old girl from the water, as well as an 80-year-old man. In total, the witnesses reported that the dog rescued 37 people from drowning. Orion did that in response to his natural feeling of fidelity and nobility towards humans. His performance was so incredible that he was decorated, received a medal and the diploma for the role played. Number 3. Dory the rabbit. Simon Stegall, 42, is a diabetic man who was saved from coma thanks to his rabbit, Dory, while the man was watching TV. He started suffering a diabetic reaction that made him impossible to move or make any sound. Dory sensed something was wrong and jumped anxiously on his owner's chest. Simon's wife, Victoria, was in the kitchen but sensed Dory's strange behavior. Victoria understood what was going on and quickly called to emergency when she couldn't wake Simon. The rabbit came up on my lap and started tapping and digging at my chest and looking at my face. That caught Victoria's attention, and she realized something was wrong, said Simon when he got better. Number 2. Ning Nong the elephant. Amber Owen, a British girl of 8 years old, was on vacation in Thailand when the 2004 tsunami occurred. When the sea suddenly receded, Ning Nong kept Amber on his back and began running away from the sea while other tourists disappeared under the waves. But Ning Nong had to stop when he came upon a small wall. Then he leaned against the wall and resisted the enormous pressure of the seawater, giving Amber the time to climb to the wall and save herself. Amber doesn't know what happened to Ning Nong. He saved my life. He knew something bad was about to happen and took me to a safer place. I will always be grateful, and that experience has made me appreciate more my life. He taught me at a very early age that terrible things can happen in an instant, and life can change forever. Number 1. Gorilla Mama saves 3-year-old boy. On the top of the list, we have mind-blowing incident of a gorilla saving a 3-year-old child. When a 3-year-old boy accidentally fell into the gorilla enclosure in Brookfield Zoo in Illinois, employees anticipated the worst. Giant gorillas can maim or even kill full-grown men. So you can only imagine the damage they're capable of inflicting on a toddler. But thankfully, the day turned out differently. After the little boy fell in, Binti, a 7-year-old female gorilla with a baby on her back, ran over to the boy and picked him up. Then she carried him carefully over to the door of the exhibit so rescue workers could retrieve him. Some of these animals are domestic, so in some cases, humans have created fraternal connections with them that would end up saving them from death. While other animals are wild, and for no apparent reason, they have surprised the world by intervening and saving humans from imminent death as well. These stories show us and remind us that we should be grateful to them and respect them. That's all from our side. Do tell your best incident of them all in comments section. Thank you for watching. If you liked our video, then hit the subscribe button to never miss out on any of our videos. See you next time.